It looks like there is going to be a new political party in the fray in the upcoming assembly elections, not in Tamil Nadu but in Puducherry, and it is going to be launched by none other than Mr. Charles Martin, the head of Martin Group. Sir, why did you decide to launch a political party in the first place? What is the intention behind kickstarting this political journey?
Yes, so I've been in business for quite some time. So we felt as a being in business, we feel a lot of difficulties, way of ease of doing business, and a lot of other things. So when it comes to politics, we find still the poverty is very high. People below poverty line are more, and there is a lot of growth and development that is required for Puducherry. And Puducherry, when you compare to the other states in India, the Union Territory is almost 20 years behind in a lot of issues. Recently, I've seen the issues of scam of fake drugs that's been produced, and people have drank contaminated water, and they have died. So there are so many issues, and people are in below poverty line. So I want to uplift their lives. That was the main reason for starting this political party.
Sir, when is it going to be formally launched, sir?
As early as possible, because as we are heading towards election, so by next month there'll be an announcement and there'll be a big launch.
So do you think the already existing political parties, that is the NR Congress or Congress DMK, whatever political party it is in Puducherry, they're not doing enough for the people, and they're not being able to provide the people what they need?
Yes, exactly, because they have been here for so many years, almost more than 25, 30 years. But still, this medical scam has been in our Congress time and Mr. Narayan Swami's time as well. So I feel this Congress and the people are looking for a change, and there's a lot of corruption issues. There's no development. People are really upset with the existing political parties that is there.
Sir, how are you going to tackle these big players in the field? Because be it NR Congress or the BJP is pretty much growing in Puducherry, and we already have DMK Congress. So how are you going to tackle all these big players who are already in the field?
Congress and DMK is not quite big there, because DMK is big in Tamil Nadu, whereas BMK there is like a very small party. And the problem there is DMK has never acted as an opposition. That is the biggest problem for the people. Understand that they have been in syndicate with the current ruling government, and most of the funds have been spent for the DMK MLA constituencies rather than for their own constituencies. So people are really upset with the DMKs and the act of the current Chief Minister as well.
So you say that all the political parties there, irrespective of whoever is in power, they are in one syndicate and they are acting for the interests of each other.
Exactly. There is nobody is there to counter. Nobody has, even from my Makkal Mandram, has taken up this fake drug issue. Still, no other party has seriously taken this issue. So it is really seriously understood, and everybody has business interest. So everybody is like a give and take there. So everybody has personal business interest, and everybody has bars, and resto bar culture is very high. So most of the ministers and most of the MLAs have their bars and culture. So they have a give and take. So they don't counter or they don't fight against the system. And now that I'm doing it, so people are coming. The politicians are really coming against me.
Sir, what is your plan for Puducherry? What is your blueprint for Puducherry, and what is your vision for Puducherry?
Yeah, so my vision for Puducherry is to transform like Singapore. So again, your basic lifestyle, the basic, for example, there is tax for sugar, there is health concerns, there are we want to develop it as a health city. So there is a lot of growth that complete urban development has to be planned, from water, drainage, your basic needs as shelter, food, free education, free healthcare. There's a lot of things that have in mind that this could be a model for the whole world, where the energy should be in complete green energy. So we are thinking of something in a complete model for the whole world. This should be an example. Union Territory, we want to project it as one of the model for the world to adopt.
So talking about Puducherry, I think the one long pending demand from Puducherry has been statehood. So what is your stance on that particular aspect? And if you come to power and when you launch a political party, how are you going to voice out this particular concern on behalf of the people of Puducherry?
Yes. So it's been under Union Territory for quite some time. We are still under Union Territory, but the problem is that we have to come out of it it needs some supporting time, incubation time. So we need a special status where the central government has to support for some time, and then only it can be self-sustained to run on its own, because we still a lot of subsidies and a lot of support is coming from the central government. So we cannot immediately go back because we are almost 50% deficit finance economy. So we need to compensate that, and then we have to move forward, and we need support for some time, and then it will become self-sustaining.
So you're telling that statehood is a long-term goal, but for the time being, there should be special status and special schemes and subsidies.
Yes, you should have a special status for some time, and then it can become self-sustained.
So also talking about the fishermen issue, I think in addition to districts like Ramanathapuram, Karikal, etc. in Tamil Nadu, the Puducherry fishermen are also facing problems from the hands of the Sri Lankan Navy. And what is your solution to that particular problem? I think it's been a never-ending problem both in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. So what is your view on it? And if you, in case, come to power, how will you tackle that? How will you bring about a permanent solution to that problem?
Yes, it's mainly on the fishing part. Basically, they're not able to catch more fish on the our side, so that is why they tend to move there. That is one of the reason. And other things, there's natural reason also because of wind, and there are other sea currents under the sea as well. So there are other reasons also for them to go to Sri Lanka. But there's a misconception that is only because of, they just always think fishermen are doing some other activities, and they misunderstand, and they want to immediately take action, and they're being not treated properly as well. So we are thinking of developing the fishermen's economy. Like for example, for tuna, there are a lot of other economies where we can also start breeding them, and how do we cultivate that? And there are a lot of damaged coral reefs in our part as well. So we have to rehabilitate all those coral reefs, and we should start new. So we have to plan all these things. There's no planning. That is why, and nobody. And another thing is, in India and Sri Lanka, we also have a trade agreement. So, and we are, as an Indian government, we are almost supporting with 50,000 crores as subsidy. So this has to be discussed holistically, whereas you cannot, just for a fishing, you cannot consider this as a severe crime. This is not a terror or something. So, but they've been treated like alien and like a terror. So this is just it's a small issue, but it has to be sat in with the top level of the governments and then discussed. At the same time, we also have a parallel plans for developing their ecosystem, developing their economy, getting them better boats, getting them the GPS for all the boats and everything. So we are discussing with the government to develop the trade. On the other hand, we want to develop the ecosystem for them, give them the livelihood, and help them grow their, like bring in cold storage systems and other things.
So also Puducherry is known for tourism. So it is always a buzzing tourist spot with lakhs of people coming in and going out on everyday basis. So how are you planning to promote tourism? And in case if you come to power, what is going to be your blueprint for tourism in Puducherry?
Yes, there are many kinds of tourism. One is the youngsters who come in for entertainment and other purposes. For them, we want to create theme parks like Disney World, your Universal Studios and other things. For spiritual tourism, we have Auroville, and we have a lot of siddhas been in that land. So there is spiritual tourism as well. And apart from that, there are other tourism. We wanted to, we can have zoos, we should have theme parks, we should have, first of all, the airports, and the transportation, including the public transportation, has to be developed. So, and even healthcare, we have more than 10 hospitals there with more than 11,000 beds. So that can be transformed into a wellness city as well. So there are a lot of plans and a lot of tourism, not only for just entertainment, there's for health and other spiritual and lot more. So we are focusing on all areas, including film cities as well.
Sir, if I am right, I think you were part of the BJP for quite some time before you quit the party. So do you think, like, when you launch your own political party now, your opponents might tell that, that you are doing this at the behest of the BJP, or there might be some BJP shade to whatever you're doing in Puducherry?
See, they need some allegation. So for them to counter, they have only this allegation of saying that BJP beat him or something. See, when somebody is coming out because they're not satisfied or they're not happy with the structure or the organization there, so somebody is coming out and starting on their own, it helps me to grow easier, take fast decisions, and move faster. So that is the major reason. But the opposition doesn't have any other say to go. So we can see the insecurity and fear in them. That is one of the main reasons for that.
May I know why you decided to quit the BJP?
No, again, we were not, I've been waiting for a long time. There was no clarity. I wanted to have a post to start doing certain works and to even contest, and even to finalize a constituency and start working on it. So there was no clarity. So there's too many decision makers, as I keep saying. There are too many decision makers, and it takes a very long time to go and get things cleared and everything. So I felt because being in business, we are used to taking own decisions, taking things faster, and move forward, move faster. So we cannot wait for a very long time and waste time. Time is very
quick,
important.
basically.
Sorry.
The process is not quick, basically. The decision making and everything.
According to me, yeah, because for me, in my particular case, it was like that. I don't know what was the reason behind it, but I don't know. So I felt, and I was also not very active. At that time, past 10 years, I was in business, so I was not very active in politics as well. But now when I felt, this is the right time that I have to enter politics, then at this time when I was been working for almost 6 months, I was closely working and looking for opportunities, but it was taking very long and, it was waste of time, I felt.
So now that you're in public life, I think the one question that many of your opponents are going to throw towards you is that the controversy surrounding the electoral bond contribution made by the Martin Group towards several political parties. So do you think this is going to be a setback for you when it comes to your public life, your political life? Because so many questions are going to be thrown at your way from the opposition parties on this matter.
Yes. No, I don't find this should be a remark on us, because see, there is a legitimate white money that has been given and it is on the open forum. So I don't find any misinterpretation of this, and we are open and we are accepting that we have given. It's a very clear, transparent thing, and as I said, they have been whichever party that we have donated, they have been elected by the people, and it is the constitutional right of any individual, and they have elected the people and we have supported them. So I don't find there is anything wrong in supporting any political party, and political party also needs money. Even if I am starting a political party, even I myself need to give money to my political party. As an individual, I have to donate to my party. Party will not get money from on its own.
So also talking about the elections, the impending assembly elections in Puducherry. So can we see you going solo, or are you planning to go into alliance with any other already existing political parties? What is the plan that you have in your mind?
My plan is not to go with the existing already who has been here for a very long time, because they will have a corruption history. They have a lot of other history, ideological history. So I don't want to take any side on those, and I don't want to carry any baggage of others. But I am open to new parties like like TVK, or somebody who is new, who doesn't have a political baggage and who's something new. I would like to align with. So we want to project that it's a new party. We are coming for a change, and this will be a positive change for growth. So I am in that. Only my ideology is only about growth and positive growth, about development.
So can I take it that you're interested in having an alliance with TVK? Because they're also a new party and they want change. They're projecting themselves to be a new generation of politicians.
Yeah, of course. If everything goes well, for him, we are also on the similar lines. I'm, quitting from my business and getting into politics, and he's also quitting his film career and coming back. So we are not here for money. So he's also well sufficient or well settled with his income and everything. So I'm also very happy and sufficient with what I've been made so far. So now it is for the common growth of the people of Puducherry is what I'm feeling. For Puducherry alone, we might look for the alliance, yes.
So talking about TVK, I think one of your family members, Mr. Aadhav Arjuna, is part of TVK, and I've seen your previous interviews with a couple of Tamil channels in which, I've come to understand that the relationship between you and him might not be like very smooth. So what is your comment on him, his operations in that party? And now that you say that you're interested in having an alliance with TVK, if at all it becomes true, how do you think this equation will work?
His relationship not only with me, with anybody is not smooth. He will have a rough relationship with everybody. If we can take from DMK till VCK, then he had some issues with ADMK as well, and he was demanding a lot of posts over there as well, which they rejected. And then it is now in TVK. So obviously, TVK again there also internally I feel that he's very clear. He's looking for only the power there. So he doesn't have a vision. He doesn't have a mission. So his intention doesn't go well along with my intention. For me personally, would he create an issue? He might, obviously, but I don't really care about what he does.
So final question before we let you go. You said that you're quitting your business to enter politics to serve the people. So how would you describe your journey in business so far? I think it must have been 2.5 decades of a journey in the business arena. So how would you describe your business journey, and what was the reason that you decided to quit business to enter politics? Because I think it's a big life-changing decision, right?
Yes, I've been in business, so and touched with my father was the chairman of the group also. we as a family business, we have earned enough. So there is a time, you have to do back to the society. It is like not just the family or the individual who has to grow. It has to, whatever we earn, again, it has to, because when we go back, from this earth, we are not going to take anything, even the land or your asset or nothing is going to be taken back. So when people are in so distress, when my lifestyle and I look at the people's lifestyle, when I compare, it's completely different. And, I feel like, it is my duty and responsibility, moral responsibility to uplift their livelihood. And when I go abroad, I see people, when I see the other countries, I see that when people are very, under poverty, I feel, why can't we change? I want to get settled abroad. So, but then I decided, might as well, why don't I change my country like Singapore? That was the motivation for me to enter politics.
So the one-liner is you want to give back to the society that gave so much for you and your family.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for talking to us. We wish you all the best in your journey, in your political journey. So we'll definitely come and cover the launch of your political party in Puducherry very soon. That is Charles Martin, the head of Martin Group, telling us that he has quit his business to enter politics, and his motto is to give back to the society that gave him and his family so much. And he has a vision for Puducherry. Whenever we talk about statehood or the fisherman issue or the basic amenities, he definitely clearly has a mission in his mind. And let's wait and see how the political discourse unfolds during the assembly elections. But for the time being, he is very soon going to launch his political party in Puducherry, and the contest in 2026 in Puducherry is going to be much more interesting with the newcomers.